Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back. Well, I'm back to working on the DS7. Now, I know I've been away from this project for a little while, and it needed some work, so I had to actually send the cylinders out to be honed or piston matched, I guess, and I was looking for parts as well. There was a few things I didn't have for this project, including pistons. I did have one that came with the engine. I also did not have cylinders. So I needed to buy a set of cylinders, and I bought a set that had not been bored at all, so they were a stock bore. And then I bought a set of first over pistons so I could get these things matched. And I sent those out to the machine shop. It took a little while to get back. I've had them back actually for a little while, actually for a long while. I just haven't had time to actually work on this engine. So today we're going to focus on getting this thing together a little more. One of the things I did find in digging through all of the bins is I have the case bolts. This is something I wasn't sure if I had, and I didn't know exactly what they were. And in one of the bins that I hadn't really looked into, I found those. So I'm grateful for that. We'll get those in. We'll button up this case half, these two halves, and get those together. And then we'll start installing pistons. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, and then you can get an idea of what's going on here. So what's neat about this cardboard piece, it actually has a little arrow on it. It says cylinders forward. So obviously this is how everything goes in place. So we're just going to pull these out as they are, and we're going to put them right into the case. And then we'll go ahead and tighten these things down. And the person that took it apart actually kept all the clips on there as well. So I'm not sure what those hold down just yet. And I may have to loosen these up later on to be able to put this thing together properly. But for now, it'll be nice to have this together. And of course, these are all a 10 millimeter. We're going to start with this front one here, and we're just going to hand tighten this down. And I'll work my way around the engine case here to get everything tightened in place. Now that we've got our engine case all squared up and all of our bolts are tightened down, I'm going to go ahead and work on the piston rings. So what I'm going to do is I need to slide these things into the cylinder. Try with this one here. And what we're looking for is a ring end gap of 25 to 35 millimeters. Thankfully, my gauges are set up with both millimeters and inches. So we'll check the ring gap here to see where we're at. That one's right at 33 millimeters. And I'll go through the process of checking these before I go ahead and install them onto the piston. With my ring gap checked on this cylinder here, next we need to look at the piston. And there are 2 points on this piston. There's a little knock right here and a knock right here. And if you can see that maybe in the camera there, and there's a little groove on the ring itself, that ring here sets against those little knock points. So with that, we need to go ahead and wind down these rings. Okay, with our rings in place, we need to get ready to install our wrist pin. And with that, there are some wrist pin clips that need to be put into the piston themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and wind one in here first. As hard as it's been to find, I was able to find a lot of NLS parts, and it's nice to have these genuine Yamaha parts. The next thing I want to do is I want to install the roller bearing into the connecting rod here. So I do have this opened up. I'm going to oil this up with some assembly lube, and then I'm going to slide it in place. With our bearing nicely centered in the connecting rod, we'll take our piston, and I have put my wrist pin clip on the inside here. So that's all in place. And we'll go ahead and slide this onto the connecting rod. We'll let that rest for a second there. And I do have new wrist pins. The same thing, I'm just going to apply just a little bit of assembly lube on the outside here just to get this to slide. I'm going to rest my piston here right on the rag just to keep everything from getting scarred up on these head studs. This piston's on for now. I do need to put in that clip on the end there, but we'll go ahead and do that next, and then we'll work on getting the second piston in place. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate the engine over just to get this connecting rod all the way up. And again, we're just going to rest the piston on that rag there, and we'll go ahead and assemble the next piston. One of the things I did not mention about the pistons is they actually have an arrow on them. So that arrow faces the exhaust side, so it faces forward on the engine. Obviously, these are first over, so they say 25 on them. But you want to keep in mind that orientation. So that arrow needs to face forward. It's one of those things I just forgot to mention. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this one ready to assemble. Okay, I have greased up my roller bearing here. I have my piston. I put my clip on the inside so that way I can push this way on it. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this over. Get that in place. I've pre-greased my wrist pin here. I'm going to slowly slide this thing in. Now the wrist pin's all the way in place, we'll go ahead and put our clip in, and then the pistons are all set. Next, we're going to work on installing the cylinders themselves. So obviously there's a right and left hand side. This is your intake, so this faces the rear. This is your exhaust, so it faces the front. There's a flat here. This faces the inside. Obviously the fins face the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a small coating of assembly lube on the inside here just to make things slide a little nicer. I know my rag is kind of in the way, but I want to guide the rings in place here. Slowly guide everything into place. We've got one cylinder installed. We'll go ahead and repeat the process on the other side. And I want to move this piston all the way to the top first, so we'll go ahead and move this up. Again with assembly lube. Now with both my cylinders in place, I'm going to go ahead and rotate the engine around just to get everything kind of lubricated. Now I know nothing is holding these down, and there shouldn't be a whole lot of friction. This shouldn't really want to pull off, and obviously everything is working very nicely. One of the things I forgot to mention too, I've already installed my base gaskets. One of the parts that I am missing is the actual head gaskets themselves. They are a brass gasket that goes onto the cylinders. I do not have those. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cylinder heads, I'm just going to gently put them in place just to keep debris and grime and stuff out of the engine. I'm not going to torque these things down at all. I've got my head bolts here, and I just want to snug them up just a little bit. Again, like I said, just to keep grime and all the debris and whatnot that flies around the shop kind of out of the engine itself. I will cover this up with plastic, that way, you know, again, just to kind of solidify keeping everything out of here, just because I do paint in here and every once in a while I'm grinding and I don't want to have any debris get down into the engine. Well, friends, another quick little video today. I just wanted to get a couple things done on this engine. I wanted to get it more closer to being complete. I have ordered a bunch of parts for this. I do not have them all yet. I've got new intakes coming. I have both the side covers. I know I need to torque down some things, and I need to get everything ready for the side covers to go on. And maybe I'll do that outside of the bike. I'm not sure if I should do it in the bike or out of the bike. I know it's going to make it a little more heavy, maybe a little more awkward to move in and out of the bike, but I may at some point, once I get all the hardware, make another video of me buttoning this thing up before I actually put it in the motorcycle. I know that I need to find engine mounts. I don't have engine mounts for this, so I need to find those. And I know there's other parts and pieces that I'm missing for this motorcycle. Anyway, I'm waiting on the parts for this engine to put the top end together. I do need those head gaskets. Once I have those, then I can go ahead and button up the heads here, and then they're done. And then, like I said, I've got the intakes on order as well. If I can get those replaced and get the head gaskets in, then the top end is done on this, and then I can focus on side covers. So probably in the next video, we'll look at what's next and what I want to do to get this thing together. Of course, friends, as always, if you like the video, you don't give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in this type of content and you want to watch this bike come along, you're going to want to be subscribed. I'm not working on this really fast. I've got a couple of other projects on the table that are priority over this, and I've got a couple other things coming into the shop that may be a priority over this as well. And I'm ordering things. I'm noticing that finding the correct parts for this bike is a little more difficult because this is only a couple year only motorcycle, and finding those parts that cross over or work with this have not been easy. So as I come up, I'm buying things, and of course I'm on the hunt for other things as well. But I do want to get this thing together. I'm hoping to run it this year. Hopefully I can get to that point, but I'm not sure yet. Well, friends, that's it for this one. We'll catch you next time.